ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. We are here, we're back, and we are live. I am your host today, Speedrun. We are here doing some bingo bonanza, very excitingly. We saw a great showdown between Sotalia and Zojolix yesterday, with Sotalia coming out on top with a clean 2-0 sweep in this best of three rounds on the lead up to the grand final. So we're hopefully going to see another very fierce competitive match today between our two runners. It is Stoppjesse and it is Sap. Now, some of you may not be aware that that is the wrong scene. We're very clever out here. Some of you may not be aware of our runners. Because Stoppjesse more so, you'll have seen him in previous tournaments. But Sap, this is his first SM2K tournament, so we're very excited for him to come in and hopefully absolutely smash this, because that'll be excellent. Jesse, he's running on emulator. In fact, Sap is also running on emulator. He's switched across, so let me just actually fix that on the fly. But Jesse and Sap are both running on emulator. There we go. Let me fix this on the fly. Lovely, lovely. I did forget to change that, but he's running on emulator. Average blackout time for both competitors. On the higher end, they're both coming in as Seed 6 and Seed 7, with Jesse having the highest time of an average of 57.06. Shall see. I feel like the blackout board is quite tough because it's 25. You've literally got to do all 25. But for this, where it's just like, it's basically first to 13 wins the board. I feel like that's not as challenging, so I don't expect this to go on for as long as like 30 minutes or whatever, each board to be as long as like 30 minutes. I think both these guys are going to smash this. Seed number 6 and 7, we've already mentioned that. Most points on the bingo on one bingo board. I guess that'll technically always be 13. Because we stop after 13, so I might have to change that stat. Actually, thinking about it now. So, guys, if you think of if you want to see a stat, put a stat in the chat, and I'll replace most points on one bingo board with that, because I think that is changing. Running since, so Jesse, like I say, and Sap, both are relatively newer runners. They are coming in at March 2024, and Sap this year, literally this year, January 2025, one of our newest runners, but he's already second on the Spider-Man leaderboard for PlayStation hardware, any percent, already in second place. But most hated tasks, I think this is everyone's favorite little stat, because we all like to know what everyone hates. We've got 7,000 points on zipline training, another 7,000 points on zipline training stat. We saw both Sotalia and Zojolix have that stat as their most hated task yesterday. Sap coming in with something different though, which is complete underwater trench without jumping on hard, which is a rough one. I'm not going to lie. That one is rough. I believe they both know the route though, coming into this now. So in theory, if they get that, both of them should be very capable of performing that particular task, which is excellent. And speaking of excellent, why don't we go look at now our two lovely runners. Here they are on the bingo board, waiting and raring to go. So I'm just going to check that they're both ready, and then we can get this first one up and going. Let's check in and say ready. And make sure they both are. Fetty, I see you in chat, by the way. The only problem is, if you do want to come co-commentate, you have to do it using the OBS, because you can't. I don't have Discord audio on. And so if you were to just come into Discord, your voice wouldn't be coming through on stream, annoyingly. I'm still trying to tweak some things with the audio, and hopefully everything is in sync for this stream. If audio is scuffed, please do tell me in chat, and I'll try and fix it. I'm hoping that things are going to be okay. So we'll see anyway. So we're going to start this then. They are both ready, so we're going to say 3, 2, 1... Go, go, go. We're going to reveal the bingo board, and they are going to go. So, what have we got on this bingo board then, guys? Let's call some stuff out. We've got Get the Comic in Hostage Situation. We've got Comic in Sewer Plants. We've got a Comic in Bank Approach. A few comic ones, actually. Have we got any tricky things? Oh, we have got the coveted complete underwater trench without jumping on hard. Now, I don't know if either one of those will be done by our runners. I'm not sure if they will try to do that early on at least. We may get to a point where that comes in later. Now let's see what both our runners are doing. So Jesse is on the train. What's on the train? I'm trying to just see now. What is the train? We've got Jesse dying by fire. Perfect. He's going to tick that off in a second. Beautiful. Very well done. So Sap first on the board with a point. We're going to mark him up there with 1 point. If I can find the blowing page. I'm all over the place here. There we go. Right. He's got 1 point. He died by fire on Bugle Basement. Jesse is killing lizards on the train. What is that? Am I just completely blind? Hold on. 8 lizards on Subway. Okay. Thank you. I'm just blind. 8 lizards on Subway. So he's trying to do that. And there we go. He has done that now. So the trick is here. I think Sap hasn't noticed that Jesse has already done that. Oh no, hug a lizard. That's fine. He's hugging lizards. That is allowed. I wonder if he was going to try and do 2 birds with 1 stone there. I didn't notice that Jesse was doing the 8 lizards on Subway. So, stolen away one potentially there, Jesse, from Sap, which is good. Ideally, the idea here, I guess, initially, is that you want to try and... In fact, if I just scroll down a little bit so you can see the bottom of those tasks there. Ideally, you want to be doing the quicker tasks first, but it's all about identifying which tasks are the quickest, which is hard to do on the fly when you've literally got a second to look at it before you've just got to kind of go and do something, because otherwise you're going to start falling behind immediately. So, let me see what we've got here. We have Jesse pressing all the buttons, it looks like, I assume this one is, in Venom Puzzle. Where is that one? What I should do really is bring my mouse up here and actually look through them. All the buttons. Oh, there it is, Venom Puzzle. So all the buttons on Venom Puzzle, I expect this to be blanked off by Jesse in just a second. And there it is. It's coming through now. I think he's just trying to find where it was. There we go. There it is. He's found it. Perfect. That's 2 points for Jesse. So we're at two apiece at the minute. Looking good so far for both our competitors. Sap, what has Sap just done? Sap, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. He's trying to find the enter the goblin's lair. I wonder if he was trying to go to the goblin lair and just has opened up the wrong level there potentially. I can only think that that's what's happened there. We've got Sap now on tunnel crawl, so I assume he's going to perform any tunnel crawl skip. But there's also get the comic on tunnel crawl, which I don't think you can do both of those at the same time technically, because you've got to obviously, if you do the skip, you're at the end of the level and you can't really do anything to get back then. Jesse
or both one after the other. So
and there is. It's Chuck Nicey, everyone. I've just unmuted you in Discord. So hopefully, in OBS, sorry. So hopefully you are coming through loud and clear. But welcome in, Chuck Nicey, to the commentary table. How are you today?
Coming through.
So Fetty is also here, but I don't believe he is coming through the stream. So, yeah, it's the runners one. I'm not sure if you have it downloaded. It's the runners one that we're going to be using for the Across the Runnerverse one, which I don't know if you've got set up yet because we haven't done our tech check and stuff. But there should be there's a commentary one on there, and in fact, I don't know if I have more than two commentary bits set up in here.
For those of you who can't hear Fetty, he is vehemently denying that he did not download this, and he thinks that Spyrin is just lying to him openly.
Yes. I tell you what I'm going to do for the sake of this one, hold on.
Move it, Spidey, move it.
Okay, there's my microphone, and here comes Discord audio. Where's Discord audio? Voice chat. Boom, right. Just to make this simpler for today, because everyone's in Discord, everyone's here. So here's Fetty and here's Chuck Nicey, guys.
Whoa.
Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
Very, very cool.
How are we all feeling about bingo? How excited are we for bingo?
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that my computer isn't completely exploded.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm excited for this bingo.
I haven't been at my computer. I haven't been at my computer in about like 2 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5, however long it's been. So, but I am excited for Bingo too. I'm excited to be facing Spyron first. But Tunnel Cross Tip coming in hot from Sappy right now. Just honestly, they're on a roll. Chuck, I honestly I don't think we three have been in a voice call in a very long time. Like it's been a hot minute.
It has. The 3 Golden Voice boys here in the same chat for Bingo. I'm glad to see everyone. I'm glad to see you guys here. I'm glad to be talking with you.
Hell
And I'm
yeah.
glad to see how close this Bingo is going. Sap is now at 4, I believe.
Oh, wait.
Indeed, both players are at 4.
Does Jesse know the rule change of if you because isn't that part of the rules now? You have to finish the level out.
Only for comics, it's fine. So comics, you just collect them and you can quit out. It's only for like skips. So if you do a skip, you can't just do a skip and then quit the level. You have to like finish the level in order to tick that off.
Are everywhere.
It's nice. So both of them progressing pretty evenly so far. We've got both of them. Well, we've got Sap now on 5, Jesse on 4. So Sap with the slight lead. Again, a lot of this, it looks like there's a lot of comics to collect. We've got a lot of comic spaces left. I think most of them actually, it looks like are comic ones now. So I wonder what kind of routes we'll take. And I don't believe they can see each other's feeds either. So they won't know until the board gets ticked off whether or not they're competing for the same bingo slot.
By the way, Aspire and share your screen. Anyway,
Oh, yes. That would be good, actually. You are correct.
I will say this, that the main thing here is that I'm noticing that I like gave this advice during our practicing for bingo, like watching people do bingo. I'm like, hey, take some time to read the board first. So like, you have the comic and police chopper chase basically set up for you of being like, hey, do police chopper chase and then, maybe then go to the goblin layer. Or, like you have reached the top of the Stark Solutions building on Catch Venom where Jesse just was. So like there is some things that like, whenever you're going and looking at this, taking a second to stop and look at the boards would actually help you complete it a lot quicker because you just have stuff that's lined up together. So
It's true, yeah. Finding those optimal kind of like lines through to complete levels as fast as possible is definitely, the faster you can do that, I mean, obviously, yeah, the faster you're going to be able to get through these boards, and giving yourself that bit of prep time. It's hard sometimes, because I think you come into loading up a bingo board and you think, oh, sugar, I just need to do something because I'm already falling behind if I'm sat here thinking. But sometimes sat there thinking, I mean, the best idea, I think, in theory, is what Sotalia suggested yesterday, where you see something on the board, you do something that's relatively easy, and while that is going on, you can kind of turn your brain off a little bit to what you're doing on the screen. You can be looking at the bingo board and thinking, right, what's the kind of route now that I want to take? Is there any lines that I can see that are super obvious? So any kind of prep, yeah, that you can do is good. I'm glad we decided on not to give him prep time, like give him like a minute to look at the board before starting. I think just kind of making them go as soon as the board's revealed is much more entertaining, personally. So I'm glad we went that route.
It's how bingo should be played.
Yes, I agree.
I think that if we gave them enough time to read the board, we'd have to give them 2 individual boards because they would be going for the same thing. Like you would find the optimal route, and the better players would obviously find the more optimal route, right? This kind of evens the playing field, and it's like, hey, if you can read quick and you don't have dyslexia like me, and you can read quick and you can like kind of put it together a specific path in your brain, then all of a sudden, you have the advantage even over a better player.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of then the runs, we have got, it looks like Jesse doing, what is this level? Blowing Waterfront Warehouse without webs. So he's going through that. Sappy has opted to do kid mode, it looks like. Get to the bank. Not get to the bank, that's the wrong level completely. This is get to the bugle, raise the bugle in kid mode. So these ones, I think, both longer ones. So we're getting to the point now where clearly they're both thinking, right, these longer ones that they've left behind are more optimal to do at this point.
Right. One thing that's really surprising me about this is that, as far as I've seen so far in this stream, I wasn't here for the very beginning, but they are surprisingly staying out of each other's way. when it comes to this bingo board. They are constantly on different levels than each other, even if they can't quite see what's going on.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing is I'm almost certain they can't see each other's feeds unless they are watching the streams.
That would be my guess.
And in
this
case
case,
you're
but
watching the
otherwise,
stream, hello guys.
Yeah.
In case you guys are watching the streams,
We'll see
hello.
if they smile in a second. We know.
True.
Sappy are having some trouble there. This is the danger of kid mode, and this is why this is on the board, because taking that route on kid mode can be a bit rough. Not gonna lie to you. Well, with that, because now Sap has fallen behind, Jesse has pulled ahead. He's now on 8 versus Sap's 7. And my question is to you now, I see that complete underwater trench without jumping on hard at that bottom left corner. Is it going to come down to where it's literally going to be the last one to compete, and it's going to be them two racing through that level? I kind of hope that's where we're leading to. Kind of hope that is where we're leading to.
If this was me, you guys know I would have started with that. I do think
just for like the aura, like just to like.
It's not even that. It's one of those things where, like, you know, as the inventor of the route, right? Like I kind of have to just, you know, let them hang, so to speak, you know, and kind of just go and do it. But I would like, because honestly, that's just more for a if they could all complete the same tasks, right, and not like a lockout. If it was just a blackout instead of a lockout, then yeah, I would definitely probably start with it, right? But just the fact that this is lockout, like, if they can keep it relatively competitive like they have been, this might be a race for, hey, complete probably the hardest task we've created for this entire, you know, bingo segment. Like, please complete it as hard, or complete the hardest task as quick as possible. And I would actually love to see it. So
now, see, a lot of people, I think the majority of the runners that I've spoken to, I think consider the zipline training actually to be harder than the underwater trench. I don't know how you feel about that personally. I would say I think the jumping without jumping is harder. But I know a lot of people, I think just because purely a lot of people never play these zipline training mode to practice it, that it's just not even an option for some people. Some people just see it and think, no, I'm not doing that.
I mean, most people haven't done 100% in this game.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So, which is the only reason you do that.
Absolutely.
Did we just see Sap complete the level no skips? I don't think he knows he can grab that comic without like, he can do skips to complete that comic, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, you
he might
definitely
have been playing it a little bit. He might have been playing it a little bit safe, because if he were to do the skips version in just the wrong way, it could be deloaded, and that would waste him more time in restarting the level.
True.
So it's very possible he was just taking it safe, or maybe he just didn't know. That's entirely possible as well.
Opting for the
Indeed. I'm also willing to believe that these guys might be saving the hard ones for last, because if they can drill through some of these easier ones quicker, if one person can eke it out over the other, they may end up getting enough bingo tiles that it doesn't matter if it's uncompleted or not. The other one just won't be able to get enough bingo tiles to secure the victory anyway.
Exactly.
Now, the thing is we do have a race to the bugle right now, right? Like, we have a race to the bugle going in kid mode completion. I'm guessing Sap just either didn't click it or just decided not to finish it.
I think it was the latter. I think he just decided to quit out and go to a different space.
But so we have Bugle Basement right now, probably grabbing the comic. Soda's going to be a boss at this one for going probably for the alternate route for this one specifically. But it depends on where Jesse goes here. He can go to if he goes to a different level, then they are still kind of, you know, relative in terms of points that they're going to be scoring. So it is looking like Jesse is going to go for the other level. It looks like Sap has. Look, this is where the experience of playing all of the categories comes in here.
Yes.
Because in all comics, you know where to hit it, you know where to stand. But you know, Sap was also having trouble with the other comics as well. So that's where we get into, you know, hey, maybe you should run the other categories. But yeah, it does look like
we are.
It does look like we are here.
Yeah.
So they have to pick 2 different levels here.
Yes. I want to see. So hold on, what have we got here? So we've got Lizard Maze. We've got a Lizard Maze.
Yeah, Lizard Maze.
We need Jesse to do.
And we got sewer entrance.
Oh yes.
Oh,
we're
man.
gonna see it. We're gonna see it. Complete underwater trench on hard. Oh, I can't believe it.
And he immediately jumped.
No,
I will say
He
though,
immediately jumped.
and Sab dies, so
Oh,
we're
no.
here.
What?
And he immediately
Okay.
jumped again.
We're delaying.
Jesse also jumped again, but it's not technically a jump, I guess. We should probably really clarify that that's without X button.
Right.
But yeah, you have Sab kind of just going through doing things normally, and Jesse just
There you go.
hanging
That's
out.
one roller.
He might not survive all 3 at this
So
rate.
this is the thing. I think
Definitely won't.
yeah. Either he needs to find a health, or the secret to this one really is you do it on kid mode, and you don't take as much damage on kid mode.
You do it on kid mode, or you go for the secret web armor that no one knows about that is in this level.
Wait, where
there's
is
a
that?
secret
I
web
actually
ar-
don't know where that
at
is.
the very. It was part of the no skips thing, or it was part of like I'm pretty sure it was like one of my no skips tasks of like pick up however many armors or whatever. But it's at the very end of the first section of the maze. So
Well, he
but-
skipped roller. Oh.
Oh,
does
he
that
did-
Okay.
count as a hit? Are we counting that as a hit? He's asking the same thing
okay, there
right
we
now.
go. Well, he's got a hit there. That's
He's
fine. We'll
asking the
count that.
same thing right
So
now.
Jesse-
Now the
okay,
thing is
Ooh.
Jesse, if Jesse goes and gets hit by the rollers before Sab gets hit by this one roller, but I don't think that that's what Sab's doing. Or I don't think that's what Jesse's doing. I think Jesse actually has the line here that Sab would have probably went for the rollers and then,
He's
yes,
going
there
there.
you
He's
go.
loading it up. All right, Sap needs to
Jesse's
quickly
got
get
the
hit by this
inside
last
knowledge
roller.
here.
He's got one more. Oh no, he died. No, okay, Sap delayed
that's
Oh, he died.
because of the
scenario.
rollers. Yeah, Sap
That's
delayed because
worst
of that
case
third
scenario.
roller that he needs to get hit by. We have Jesse though.
Now the thing
He
is
just needs
that
this.
one of us need to be on standby to let them know that it also includes web canceling. So it is not pressing the X
Yes.
button at all.
I'm
throughout
hoping
this.
they're aware of that. I think we talked about that beforehand, and I'm hoping they are aware and remember that yes, they can't press the X button at all, basically.
And so as you see Jesse not taking any time to pick up health, there is really no need to, because if you lose a certain amount of health, it's just over anyway.
Oh, he gets
So,
that swing.
it's the low
That's
swing.
the dangerous swing that they all hated. That's the one that they were really struggling with. Okay,
That's
Sap.
it, Sap
There we go.
coming in. Yep,
All right, he
now
needs to get
they're-
on quickly before Jesse can finish this. Jesse's looking good though right now.
Ooh.
The only thing that really
Hit by
can delay
laser?
him, yeah, is that laser. If the laser hits him midair,
And that's it.
oh, here we
Okay.
go.
Oh,
All
man.
right,
We're back to the
we're
start.
literally neck and neck. We're neck and neck. He's loaded the
Now,
wrong
so-
level. Sap has loaded the wrong
Here we
level.
go.
I think he's loaded on easy. Yeah, okay, he's going back. He's going back.
So this was a fun thing to figure out just messing around. The story behind this is me and, like, while Burke was messing around in his home, I was also messing around on hard mode, getting prepared for a 100% run, and decided to do it without pressing the X button. So and that was just became my mission. So this route is the only route you can take. There is no other route. There's a cheeky little thing at the end you have to do. I don't know. I didn't watch the last bingo race. Did they get this in their bingo?
Oh.
They didn't. It was
Okay.
on the board, but they didn't need to do it. Neither of them needed to do it to win the board, basically.
Okay, so this is brand
Oh,
new
no.
to
In fact,
everyone.
I tell a lie. I think it was the zip line training that was on the board, but they didn't do. Neither of them did. I don't think this one has been on the board until today.
Yeah.
Just
So
wrapping up the second room.
Yep.
As
Oh, he
Sap
gets hit.
starts it. This is very close.
now
Oh,
this
I'm
is
scared.
where I would say everyone says that the second room is the hardest,
Oh,
right?
Sap!
Sap not knowing the strategy. Everyone says the second room is the hardest. To me, the third room, if you do not know the route, is probably the hardest. The third room is definitely like.
Oh, the
you need
lasers.
to-
Okay, Jesse the strap taking out the lasers just to make sure he doesn't get whacked.
He's got time.
Oh, he knows the
Oh,
route.
no!
Just doesn't run off the right way.
Oh,
That
this
is
is
so
so good, man.
unfortunate.
We're getting a proper
Whoa.
beatdown of this level. We're literally neck and neck. This is literally all we need now to complete it. Whoever takes this takes the first game, and we couldn't be any closer. I'm so excited.
This is an exciting little thing here, because it's always gonna come down to this in zipline training, which is why I did want to add a little bit. He jumped. Oh no. Jesse having to
Sap's on the
restart.
floor. Hold on. Can he recover?
And he's not dead.
He should
can
be able
recover?
to save it. He should be able to save it.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
But yeah, if the thing is like I wanted to add
Zap.
harder ones to the board, just because like I wanted to add stuff to the board, just because like we add stuff that they haven't practiced, that all runners haven't practiced yet, and like it's a complete and total surprise. And it's really, I think that if this comes up in every single race, this one or zipline training, it's really like this is going to be the deciding factor for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, especially on a lockout, like especially on lockout. God, that swing always looks like it's not
Yeah,
gonna
it always
hit.
terrifies me.
It's so finicky too. That's the thing.
Oh.
Sap actually taking the correct strategy, the correct route, but losing the camera here. So,
Oh no,
he's
he's
gonna
gonna die
have
to
to
the.
target.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There
Right,
it
he
is.
needs to be really
Reset on
careful.
the
Oh,
camera.
the lasers, bro.
Oh man, this is brutal.
intense.
This is brutal. Sap
Yeah.
immediately jumps. I do that same thing. That's why you're not supposed to skip cutscenes either, because it's not pressing X buttons. So
That's it.
the fact that they are skipping that cutscene immediately, I
Now,
don't know what to say.
would you believe that when they practiced this before the run, they both got it the first try once they knew the route, they both gave this a practice and they both did this first time. So to see them now do it in the actual run and not get it is crazy to me.
I'm telling you, it's a finicky route, and
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone who has practiced these bingo boards, they can tell you it is a very, very finicky route.
Oh, good save.
Like
Sap saved.
you could sometimes miss it just like that, right? So, oh man, Jesse, moving on to the third room. This is like I said, I personally think the third room is the hardest, just because of the amount of lasers and then the little tech jump you have to do at the end, or the tech fall, I guess, in this instance.
Yeah, here we go.
I would say
Both of
that-
them now in the third room. Let's see. This could be it. This literally could be it right now.
Yep. Unless one of them presses X, and then we have to call it. But you know.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. Can he make it from that corner? No,
Nope,
he doesn't know about walking
No,
off.
you can't.
Which
You
I
have to
think
walk
Jesse's
off, which Jesse does.
Done it. I think he knows.
As long as he doesn't get hit by a laser here, he is fine. This is
Oh.
smooth sand. The smile from Jesse. Oh, he has to
Just don't
crawl.
jump.
He
Just
has
don't
to
jump.
crawl.
Just
Don't
don't
jump,
jump.
Jesse. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump.
Confirm.
And
I would have
there
laughed
it
if we
is.
wouldn't have been able to finish it.
Yeah, I know. If it soft locked him, that would have been it too. Man,
no,
what
wow.
a good showing. Like, what a good showing. And a good ending screen for Sap there being laid out after
Yeah.
after the lasers. But what a good show.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow. Really good. Really good. Really good stuff. Right. I guess we're going to start this again then. We're going to run it back, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse takes game one. But this is a best of 3. So we've got a minimum one more to go before we call it a night. So what I'm going
We're
to do...
actually changing the rules right now because it's late. It's going to be a best.
What?
It's going to be a first to 5. So
No,
Spyro
we're not
can't
doing
go
first to
bed tonight.
5. No.
Spyro can't go to bed
We
tonight.
can't do this.
It's a best of 7, first to 5. It's
Okay. Right, we should have refreshed the board. Let me just double check with them both that the has the board reset for you
While
both.
he's doing that, Chuck, your most hated level, I'm guessing, also is zipline training, right? It's not the X button.
I mean, for sure. I cannot fathom how people are able at all to get zipline training done with even 7,000 points.
Well, I mean, we're probably gonna see zipline training here on this first board. Not gonna lie to you, or on the second board. Let's see. What do we got, Chuck?
Yeah, let's
what are
take
we
a look.
looking like? We do have the classic Jesse. Yep. I called it. It's almost like I helped make these boards. By the
There
way,
it is. Yep.
Completely randomly generated.
Ooh,
Don't
we're both
think
on
I'm
the same
good. Oh,
one.
they're both on Subway. Now this is all experience here, but this is gonna be hug a lizard. Jesse's immediately going to do it. Oh no!
Wow, Sap claimed it first. Sap
The
claimed
hug
it
the
first.
homies.
Woo!
The hug the homies is not there. But see, so this is the thing is that you were talking about. It's like, hey, turn off your brain. So it's like, hey, turn off your brain. Go for this. But see, get hit by all 3 rollers and lizard's maze, right? You do lizard's maze on hard. Isn't there a lizard in lizard's maze on hard as well that you can go to? You have basically this. He's like, you know, if there was a watch the cutscene on here, right? Then you would watch this Venom cutscene going into Venom 1, right? So that's really kind of where you're at. I don't know why he did go into Venom 1, though. I'm going to be real.
Yeah,
I think it was probably Is it
What's
get
confused him there, maybe?
is it get Scarlet Spider Suit? Is what he's thinking.
Could be. That's the
But
Rhino one, though. Yeah, I think
yeah,
he's going into it again. But is there something we're missing? Hold on.
I think he's going Venom Chase, right? So like you go. Well, wait, why is he going?
Is
into
it comics? Oh, no, is there two comics on Venom Chase there? Am I missing that? Venom
Chase?
Chase.
This is how you would do it.
Okay, Ben Riley's suit is claimed by Sap. Congratulations, he has claimed that.
Why did you come?
Now, if you're doing Chase, so here's where we're talking about looking at the whole board, chat. If you're looking at the board, you see the line that we're thinking of, which is get the Scarlet Spider Suit, which you would do Rhino really quickly, and then you would go into this level that Jesse's at right now, right? So you get that, and basically you just have like a hey, you're at Chase, you go through. And
oh, he's gone for the Spidey armor. Interesting level to pick for the Spidey armor, to be fair, but
that's a very interesting tech right there, I will say. I would have maybe gone and done sewer entrance without X, and then I would have grabbed on God pipes. I would have grabbed the Spidey armor.
My
But
favorite one
also-
personally is Kid Mode,
Oh,
the stopping the bomb, and then it's just
I
in
just
the
saw
just in
enter
the
the
bit above.
Hobgoblins level. Enter the Hobgoblins layer, right? He could have grabbed the Spidey armor in there, knocked two birds out with one
True
stone.
as well. Yeah, true as well. This is it. This is where the experience really trumps just kind of natural playing ability in a lot of cases. Because if you see some of these lines and you know that they line up and you know where certain items are and certain things are, that'll definitely net you an advantage over an opponent who doesn't necessarily know that. But even if they're faster than you at the game, just in general, it's all about kind of knowledge of the game, really, this tests.
I'm pretty sure my line, if I would have gotten this, would have been do sewer entrance without X, grab the comic and sewer entrance, right? And then I would have gotten the armor and God pipes. And then if Hug a Lizard was still there, Hug a Lizard on the train. But that's, I mean, yeah, kill 8 lizards in Subway as well. They were all on the train. That could have.
Yeah, they were literally on the train.
Oh no. So yeah, this is where you're going to see them bouncing around.
Yeah,
So.
we may have a line here that Saf might have noticed. So we've got kill all enemies in Tunnel Crawl and get the comic in Tunnel Crawl. I think he killed those first 2 lizards. I'm assuming he has seen that and he killed those first 2 lizards. We'll see, I guess, now if he starts killing these lizards, if that is true. But this is one where he can definitely net 2 in very quick succession.
He can net.
Oh no, he's dodging them. Right, he's not seen that then. He has not seen kill all enemies on Tunnel Crawl, which is a real shame.
This is why I try to tell people to breathe, you know? If you can actually see a line that your opponent doesn't see, then you basically have the board on lock. Especially for lockout. For blackout's a little bit different. For lockout, you need to have a route in mind to do. If you're not competing for those spots, you know, and doing them as quickly as possible, because you can just get your opponent flustered as well if you just start ticking box after box.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
it's all about the head games, the morale, reducing morale of your opponent to start ticking boxes and just get in their heads.
definitely.
And with twice the amount of boxes checked as Jesse, Sap is certainly playing those mind games right now, getting that war of attrition in.
Absolutely.
True. Now, I would have learned from last game that Sap didn't even go for the kid mode on race. He went for the kid mode on Race to the Bugle, but as a competitor, I'm like, oh, I got that one, right? Now, it depends on if they're watching the stream or not, but it would be, hey, I got that one. Let me save this Bugle, Race to the Bugle for a little while. But I do understand the whole, hey, he probably thought he got it first. He didn't see the line, that type of thing. But we do have a perform regular basement skip as well. So there's a lot of little things here.
Yeah, it's going well for Sap currently. He's 2 ahead. He's certainly pulling ahead at the minute. He is now in training mode, defeating 15 enemies in time attack, it looks like. This level, I think, actually, this board, I think quite tricky, actually. I think people go into this expecting this to be quite easy, but killing 15 in this quick succession, actually, if you're not as efficient as you can be with killing these enemies, you're not going to hit that 15 number as quickly as I think most people think you would.
And it's basically you're on you're like all thugs take 2 hits, right? So they take 2 hits for the web balls and 2 hits for the web yanks. The most efficient thing is to do combos on these, and you can't hit them while you're grounded. So we do have Jesse doing in hostage situation with no webs, so that's always fun to do. You know, I wonder if you could still do partial skips on this without webs.
Is that
something
true?
I gotta try.
This level, I'm not sure. I know Nilo proved it possible to do stopping the bomb with no webs, but still do the skip through the final door to
Right.
get into the actual bomb room, which is cool. But yeah, this
But
level I'm not sure actually.
yeah, sap out here, like, that the 15 enemies and time attack, like, it depends. It all depends on skill level and just knowledge of the game at that point. Like this board is actually tougher than it looks, on second attempt. It honestly, like, looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, this sucks. But we do have one of the easiest skips in the game. Shout out to Burke and Soda, right?
Oh, you didn't quite get it. I
the
used slightly too far right, I believe. Slightly too far to the center. It needs to be a bit more
Hey,
left.
I just go for the OG, the zipping to the ceiling, the zipping to the ceiling and crawling straight forward instead of doing this little side panel
There you
here.
go. I think that should do it. I'm pretty certain. Oh no, a bit more.
Then a jump. No, just a jump. All he needs is a jump there, and I think he had it.
Oh no, I'm not sure.
See-
I showed him this as well. I showed them both how to do this before we started. I was like, oh, if you get this, this is how you do it. But I don't think Sap is quite
But when
lined
you
up. It
see
needs
that
to be
black shadow underneath you, then
yeah.
you're.
Let go. That's it. I think it needs
Yeah,
to be
that's gonna
further
be it.
left. I think he just needs to be
He
a bit
needs to-
further left.
All he
So
needs
like
to do
further
is crawl
down,
straight.
like on that left hand side.
There it is. That's it. He just needed to jump. That was it. You see the shadow?
Oh,
as
here
he
we
was
go. Right,
crawling?
this will do it. This
That
will do
was
it. There he is.
there
Yeah,
it is.
that's it. He just needed a
There
bit further
we go.
across. Perfect.
Boom. But
All right.
yeah, as we have Jesse, Jesse, you can't just jump and swing. But he almost dies doing that. But is going to the Goblin's lair. Some people think it's Green Goblin. True fans know that this was the early 2000s. It's the Hobgoblin's lair. We all know. This game came out before the movie, I think, right? This game came out before the Toby movie, I think.
Yes.
2000. Yeah, that'll be right.
Yes.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
means
W1 was
that they could not
2002.
use Green Goblin because it was getting used in the movie. So that is the Hobgoblin lair.
Then he was
Also-
dead at the time, I believe, and they were trying to
Also
follow
animated
up.
series. Also
Yeah.
animated series being Hobgoblin, Mark Hamill, the goat. But yeah, so Jesse is actually doing the thing that we were thinking Sap was gonna do, which is kill all enemies and tunnel crawl. So yeah, this is getting a little intense. There goes the Scarlet Spider suit.
Indeed,
If it was me,
all
I'd
the
change
suit,
into it for good luck.
all the suit panels now taken by Sap. Congratulations to him. He has claimed suit supremacy in this board.
Yeah, see, this is when you flex and you change the suit straight up.
That would be fun, actually. To be
He's got
fair,
time.
he has got time. He certainly has.
And now Sap going back in to tunnel crawl. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was looking at the wrong screen. Yeah, Jesse's
he
still going
might.
through with tunnel crawl here. Oh,
Dude, I think
Let's
they're
see
both
it.
saving zipline training, by the way. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that zipline training gets saved here.
I think Sap is gonna rely on the fact that that he is so far ahead that as long as he, like I said before with the last round, as long as he can keep up this lead, he's not gonna have to bother doing the zipline training and just have enough to shut things out anyway.
Oh,
And that is a death in Lizard Maze again. Sap really struggling.
yeah, I
With
think
Lizard.
just trying to go too fast, I think, and just kind of not taking it a
This
bit
is
easy
a
on
board of
some of these zips.
25, right? This is a 25 board.
It is, yeah. So
25.
as soon as someone
Yeah,
hits
5, 5,
13,
5.
it's over basically. Yeah.
I
So
was about to ask.
that is what we're aiming to do. Is so as soon as someone hits 13, the game is over and we stop there. We're not gonna force everyone to build the entire board because that would be a bit cruel.
Yeah, come on, we play it out.
Yeah. You might win. You never know. Yeah, actually, maybe keep going. You might win. Who knows?
We give you the extra points for the effort.
Ah, I
That's what
see.
we do.
Okay.
Just zooms out the board and there's a few more tiles.
Yeah.
that Sap didn't see.
I would love actually if it was like what's it called? If like the final match, the finals was a board full of every single of every
Oh, you
single
have to do
task.
all like however many tasks like the
Yeah.
board can be like generated from.
And it's blackout and it's like,
Oh,
hey,
man.
you got to do all the tasks. I do think that would be a fun little mode.
I feel like would it be optimal at that point to do a full run, like almost like an all comic run? Would that actually like net you quite a lot, like on the way through all
yeah.
the levels? That'd be cool. That maybe actually would be a strat.
I do think we have like I want to say we have about like not it's not fit it's not 50%. We have about like 35% of comics, for the game. So we did not get a comic on every level as part of the boards, which I do think we kind of messed up. Those are kind of free little spaces, but with a max limit right now of 25, that is you would get a lot of those.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess you don't want it to be entirely just get everything get comic, because that's not as interesting, I don't think.
Hey, I think it's interesting if an entire board was all of the comics for the game, and then it's just like, oh, you got to do an all comics run. It's a race. It's a race. You can either do all comics from the Doc Ock, from Monster Ock backwards, or go from the beginning.
There are exactly 16 tiles that have comics I need to collect? well. World record holder strats coming in clutch.
We'd have to sub Chuck in, I think, for that, just purely to make sure we would win.
Yeah, I do.
So let's see. Looks like Sap's going to Bugle's basement for a regular skip.
Speaking of bugles, do you guys the chips bugles or whatever? Like, do you guys like those? Did you ever put them on your fingers as a kid?
I don't think we have those over here. No idea what you're talking about.
That's crazy. The UK's missing out for
now, one thing I don't know if you guys have the reverse. Do you guys have Jaffa cakes over there? Do you guys have Jaffa cakes?
Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa
Explain
cake.
what those
so
are.
A Jaffa cake it's like a small round. It looks like almost like it'd be a cookie, but it's not. It's like a small round thing where it's like a soft kind of cakey base, and it's got chocolate on top. But it's also like orange inside.
Can we talk about hold on? Can we talk about Sab doing basement skip, zipping back but not getting the spider sense trigger and still hitting basement?
Yeah, hell yeah. Look at this.
That is a frame perfect basement, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, sorry, continue with your
so Jaffa cakes. So
your fake
cakey like base bottom, chocolate topping with like orange inside. And they are beautiful. My granddad got me some because I fixed his printer, and so he bought me a big, it's like a 1 kilogram pack of these Jaffa cakes, and I'm gonna eat them all easily within 2 days.
Can you put that in metric, please?
Close to a pound.
There you
go.
Thank you. I'll take a picture of what Jaffa cakes are.
Yeah, take a picture, and do you guys have oatmeal cream pies over there?
Do you have Little Debbie's as a brand?
No, I don't think we have either of those. Or at
so
least I haven't seen either of those.
Pies.
No, we have oatmeal or like porridge or whatever.
See, I would have gone for the cosmic brownies. That would have been my choice in Little Debbie snack. But
I know the Christmas trees for sure.
Spyron, your cake thing was reminding me of Japanese Kit Kats that I've gotten. One of them is like a dark chocolate and orange flavor to it. I highly recommend getting one of those like variety packs.
I will tell you, since I'm going to be the only commentator here right now, Jesse's lack of knowledge of where the firewebs are is really starting to let him struggle here. I don't know if he thinks that there's another fireweb cartridge, but he's completely good. I was going to say, that's all him.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, Sap is one board tile away now from winning, I think. Is that I'm sure I've counted 12 there.
One cycle on?
He's opting for the comic. Yeah, interestingly.
This one's dangerous. This one's dangerous. He needs to actually show us that he has collected this comic, because this one is a dangerous little demon here, because it can despawn before you get it.
He doesn't need to worry too much about even like damaging Dr. Octopus. He just needs to get to this second phase, so we'll see.
Oh, Jesse also going for it. Just in case Sappy doesn't get it, is he going to try to one cycle him and then go for it?
I mean, there's no one cycle tile here, but
that would be
the comic's on the other side. And it's gone.
It's gone. Oh,
it's gone. If Jesse gets this, that's a block. That's a pure block. But see, Jesse needs to be watching the stream right now, because he needs to go, look, to stand on top of 2 cranes in the same level is a very, very easy one.
Yeah, that
if
one
I was
surely
watching
was the
the
one.
Stream,
yeah,
if I was watching the stream, I would immediately back out of Doc Ock right now.
And that's what he's doing. That is what Sap has opted to do. That's one crane.
One.
That's one. And also, I would like to point out that the Hobgoblin's lair also counts as a crane. So
And that's
there
2.
was a bigger line here.
All right, we got to call it there. We got to call it there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the
Yeah.
end. That is the end.
Congrats.
Saf has taken board 2.
This
And it
is a
doesn't even look
competitive
like
match,
it
man.
popped up for poor
Looks like-
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse didn't even get to his eyes on the prize at all. So I don't think they know that 13 is the magic number here.
Yeah, I'm going to at them now.
I'd
So
They might
aware.
be trying to fill out the board. Just do
Hey,
complete-
let him play, man. Let him play.
There we go. Okay, see. Hey. Get the
Hey.
Let him
Hey.
play, baby. Let him play.
Perfect. Okay, right. We're at 1-1. We're at 1-1. So the board is going to be reset again, and this is winner takes all now. Both players have got to lock in if they want to win this. It is 1-1. We
Now,
need to
I'm
see
hoping for the
who will
God
take it.
board here. I'm hoping for the God board here because there is so what's cool about I haven't told Spire in this, Chuck. I don't know if you noticed this either. There's a beautiful thing that whenever we first made bingo that we made sure to sneak in there. You could have a perfect board of tasks from the first level all the way to basement. So like there is a path where of just playing the game. There's enough tasks to just play the game with extra steps, and you could just fill out the entire board. I would actually love that. I would love to see one of those type of boards.
That
It
would be
be
fun. Yeah.
It would be beautiful to see, like, just like, hey, someone like as soon as you see someone's ahead of you, you swap and try to snipe them. You know, like that would be the play.
Okay,
Or
very
if you're
quickly
a good
before we
sport, you start
start.
from the back end.
Very quickly before we start, I've dropped a picture of a half-eaten Jaffa cake so you can see what I mean by that, the inside being orange,
okay.
into off-topic. So if you want to witness a Jaffa... If anyone would like to witness a Jaffa cake, join the Spider-Man Discord
Are you eating them
server,
right
please.
now?
I'm eating one now. Yeah.
I kind of wish you put a,
Those
graphic
look like moon
content
pies.
warning.
Those look like mini moon pies is what they look like.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That's
kinda
actually
what it sounds
probably
like to me,
exactly
but-
what it is. Yeah, a mini
Well,
moon
no,
pie.
moon
right?
pie doesn't have like an orange flavor to it.
It
though.
doesn't have orange too.
There you go.
I
This
bet because
is my big
I bet
box.
because they're Europe. I bet because they're European, right? Like it's actual orange instead of like orange fake, like fake orange. It's actual orange.
Jaffa
Fair.
cake
Okay.
misshapes. Okay,
They're
so
off.
it's like
shapes is crazy.
Yeah. So this is just a box of like ones that they don't sell in like the proper Jaffa cake boxes because these are like not... That they're either like
the
slightly
thing is-
misshapen or a bit damaged or whatever, but I don't care. They all stay the same, so...
The thing is that says mega pack. If this was a mega pack for America, those would be the size of your hand. So. Those would be the size of your hand. As our
So-
competitors are off.
they are off. Looks like Jesse's in Venom 2.
Sap
let's
is
see
in.
what we-
Sap just noticing hugging a lizard. I was about to call it out.
Nice, he's got that.
I was
Perfect,
about to
yeah, yeah.
call.
That is a lizard hugged. Let's see.
Oh.
Any other ones he could have done?
Yeah, he could have.
Oh, he could have done the tunnel crawl skip.
If
as
he did
well.
tunnel, look, there's the connection. Hug a lizard to tunnel crawl skip to
Die by
die by
drowning.
drowning to
Yep.
get hit by all three rollers and lizard maze.
The basement of
So
the
there is
basement.
a connection there.
Whoever's controlling the generators has got to
You get the commer. You can start from sewer plant actually.
It,
Like the
it sounds like a. It almost sounds like a fighting game combo. We need hug lizard to drown into.
Yeah, and you even have defeat Venom 1 without webs, so you could have started at Venom 1 from like
Just run the
like,
entire
looking through this.
gauntlet. And
Yeah. I mean, actually, you could have started from Get the Comic and Spidey versus Rhino. Yeah, there's so many here that like defeat Rhino without webs, Get Comic and Spidey v Rhino. There's like
Yeah,
watch a full FMV.
FMV, exactly. Any of those in between as well. Watch the FMV.
Mhm.
I wonder how often these guys have practiced getting the Peter Parker suit. Doing
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. This one's an interesting one. I think
Confetti
it was Zoe. Yeah, Zoe yesterday, or the day before, I should say, got that and opted. I don't think he knew he could do the falling through the floor, the Fetty fall. He instead did like the entire level normally to like blow the floor open and then do it. So I wonder if either of these
Can
two
we
actually
talk
know
about? Can we talk about Jesse has taken damage in SIB? There is a thing of don't take damage in SIB. He's doing kill all the symbiotes, but if he would have done this a little bit better, he could have knocked out 2 right there.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame he took the damage there. That would have been good to claim more than 1. Again, I don't know if he's noticed that one.
I don't think
This-
anyone
he-
has.
I think he's just gonna roll with it. If he does know, he's just gonna roll with it and then roll it back as soon as he's done.
But yeah, see,
know?
this is where this like I said, this is where
symbiote, man,
this is
trolling him.
I love that this is the perfect board for me to just like show everybody. It's like, hey, actually look at the board. Take some time, look at the board. Because honestly, SIB, like you could have started out before you could have started out in SIB, finish out SIB, and then done the elevator skip, right? So like it's one of those things where like, yeah, this is one of those boards, man. I do think Peter Parker suit gets saved for last, or if there's a desperation attempt. Jesse, you have killed all the lizards or all the symbiotes. And is this a kid mode from Sap?
Oh, he's trying. I don't think he knows. He can probably just
Oh,
exit out of this one. He can
Well,
just
the,
go
well, the
leave
problem,
finish.
yeah. Well, I think he's tying whether the symbiotes are all dead to whether or not he can leave.
Yeah,
when actually
yeah.
it's the hostages, not the symbiotes.
True.
So maybe he's gauging it that way and just didn't realize.
Oh, he didn't press the button. He didn't press the button at the beginning. He didn't press the button at the beginning. So that's.
But even then, he's still wasting time.
Yeah, he's still wasting so much time. He is good. All you had to do was defeat the enemies. That is lizard done right there.
Yeah.
So.
In the meantime, though, Sappy flying away with this bod. He's already.
Yeah,
he's just done fully deplete your web cartridges. That's the latest one he's just got now. Where's he heading to there? I'm not sure. I couldn't see what level he picked there.
Looking for that next button, that first button, because.
Oh man, but we are getting basement. This is probably either die by fire.
Die by fire.
Maybe put this on hard mode next time, but it's okay as basement coming in clutch here. I'm trying to see if there's any other basements. Right, there isn't any other basements. I don't think.
No, I don't see.
Wait. Die by fire and bugle basement.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Sap, click it there, buddy. If he doesn't click it, it don't count. Wait, did he?
Is he clicked something? He's not clicked something else, has he? No, he's definitely clicked something.
Dying again?
Did he just not die by the fire before? I'm not sure.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, he's doing it again. Oh, he's done. Well, he's done it. I guess he's done it now. That's fine.
Maybe he quit right before he died. Maybe.
We're seeing some very confusing choices from our runners on the third round of bingo. So let's see what they're gonna do. Looks like
Waterfront Warehouse without webs. One of the harder ones, surprisingly, because it just takes such a long time. This is one of my most hated. I haven't been on the internet in a while. I haven't given everyone my most hated level yet, or my most hated bingo task yet. But this is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, this one's long. Technically, he could also grab the 6 fire catchers if he wanted to. That would take him much longer because you wouldn't have the webs to zip up to the roof. But if he wanted to do that, technically, he could do that as well at the same time. But I doubt he will.
He could.
I think he would save more time in just doing the one without webs and then going back.
Probably right. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like instead of being able to reset, you have to quit out. So you would have to quit out, load the level back in, watch one of the longest cutscenes and load times in the entire game, which is, like loading the warehouse comic, loading into the level is a very long process. So I do get it as Sap, totem crawl skip.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Damn.
Now we have confirmation from Sotally in the chat that Sap actually got killed by a symbiote right before he died the first time. That was what caused him to restart.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that's rough.
As the commentators, not watching for the commentation.
There's too much going on. There's too many things on the screen.
There's three commentators. We're watching bingo. We're looking at these snacks that don't exist in the United States. Like I don't know what we're supposed to do. Yeah, they don't exist at all. They're all in Spiron's mind.
That's a Photoshop. Yeah, it's not real.
But man, the one that I haven't seen is kill 4 enemies and get to the bank. Like this is gonna be the no damage in SIB. I'm pretty sure from Sap. So Sap just cleaning it up at 9 to Jesse's 3. Jesse would need a miracle basically right here to just come back.
Yeah,
Jesse need to lock in with a good line. If I had to guess, let's see.
Interesting. Is he going watch a full FMV by going to the movie viewer? Is that what
he could definitely do it. It might load it quickly as well. It might load it quicker.
I think that's the way to do it.
Oh no, he's gonna go to. I mean,
if
you would just all you either need to do is select Venom 1 or go to movie viewer, right? So
Ideally,
Venom
yeah,
1
that'd
is
be
the
right.
shortest cutscene in the game. So he's going to
Oh, he's just going to
wait,
get the comic, I
what?
think.
Oh,
He's just going to get the
bank
comic and bank approach now.
Now, if he finishes bank approach, he could kill the four enemies and get to the bank. Or no, he should have started with kill the 4 enemies.
Yeah, he should have gone one to the other. Yeah, that would have been the strat.
See, I'm telling you, one of these days we're gonna have a perfect lineup of just, hey, you can play the entire game from start to finish if you want to.
Yes, that
Each
does it.
task is on each level.
Thanks, Spider. Whatever you did, it worked.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's I mean, look, there is a world, right? There is a world where Jesse comes back on this.
I mean,
And
there's a few very quick ones. Like the Venom without webs is decently quick. A full FMV, which if you
and
just watched
Sap
the
is
FMV,
getting-
if either of them had just watched that FMV, they could have ticked that off. But neither of them did.
True. But now, granted, this is actually a good strat here because Jesse can mess up exactly like that. Sap is
Oh,
also
if
on
Sappy
it. So
takes
No,
it.
that's
Sap-
calculated. That was
Oh,
calculated.
that helps.
No, he
That
got-
actually helped. You're right.
Yeah, he got 2 kicks in, got knocked down so Venom would stay, and then got a
All he
full
needs is a jump
hit
kick
combo.
All he needs is a jump kick here, or just a
Or
kick.
just a
and-
kick.
Now-
Oh, and we got a half-phase Venom. Love it.
Now the thing is that he can watch this FMV.
No.
Oh my God,
Stop playing
no!
out the FMVs.
No, they're the 2 quickest FMVs in the game, guys. They're
There is-
so quick.
There's one quicker, I would think, though.
No, the Venom one is definitely I'm 100%. Oh,
No.
and Sab just noticed that he can't do it. That's unfortunate. Now, if he clicks restart level, right, that's FMV he can watch real quick. But
Yeah. So wait. So Chuck, which
No,
one do you think's quicker?
yeah, which one do you think? quicker?
Race to the Bugle. Peter Parker literally calls Jameson. Jameson says, shut up, dial 911.
And then you
Spider-Man
have
clicks
Scorpion
down.
like, now
Yeah,
you're
actually-
going to pay.
No,
you have that
that's
whole.
the next one. That's the
Oh,
next
really?
FMV starting the boss fight.
Oh, true.
he's
Race
right.
to the Bugle might be
Oh,
goaded.
I might have to time that actually, yeah, and see.
Race to the Bugle might be goaded then, because I've always thought it was.
How did I
tag.
know that before you? Anyway,
Because you're better than us, Chuck. That's all it is. You're better
absolutely
than us.
not. But anyway,
Ah.
let's see.
Look, there's a reason that you're a benchmark for the timers. You know what I mean? And here is Sap going for I don't know what he's going for. Jesse
comic-
watching the long.
Run
Hold
comic-
on, I did
Comic
just say
and
this.
without webs.
I did just say this. Jesse
But he's
just
using
watched
webs.
the warehouse. Jesse just watched the warehouse FMV. The
Wow.
longest FMV in the game, and it's probably going for fire web cartridges right
Yeah,
here.
nah, this is
This
a
is,
line. We've got a line.
We have a line
Yeah,
going.
that's-
That must have hurt.
We do have a line going. It formed a little bit. Now I will say, like during my bingo or whatever, I also watched a extremely long FMV, right? But
Whoa.
oh, that was almost death. That was almost death for Sap.
No, yeah, this is what he's got to be careful for now.
Wow.
If he dies here, which he
Nope,
has
that's
done,
it.
yeah, that's
Well, now he can
this is
reset.
Jesse's chance to catch up.
Yeah,
This
Jesse
really is.
actually has a look. If Jesse, all Jesse has to do is get to 10, and he's there. 4 more
Yeah.
for Jesse.
Just
Four
4 more
more-
tiles.
Yeah, 4
And
more
there are
tiles for
some very
Jesse,
quick
and
ones.
it's
Sewer
tied.
Plant comic, pretty quick.
He's done.
Police Chopper
Jesse, you're
Chase
done.
is comic, pretty
Jesse,
quick.
you're done. Jesse, I promise. Jesse, you're done. Quit out.
Has he miscounted?
Please.
You made this mistake
Please.
last round too. But yeah, there it is.
I think you honestly.
Oh,
I
and
think he's
Jesse
listening
also
to stream.
forgot to mark down the FMV until just now.
I do
think
think that I
matters.
do. I do think that also you could have watched the FMV for Rhino probably, as
Yeah, the
well.
Rhino
No.
would be a good shout. It's not.
No,
a bit longer,
it's
but
definitely
a
definitely
line.
faster. Hey, listen, it's definitely faster than Warehouse FMV. I'll tell you that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's faster than Warehouse one. But I thought you were about to say that it was
he's
the
got to be
quickest. I'm
careful
like,
again.
nope.
Sap here.
Oh,
Oh,
we get the whole jumbo
Sap, buddy, pal. See now here we were talking about this in the first round. It's the difference in
This
categories
bullshit.
ran.
Oh, he knocked himself out.
Listen, it's the difference in categories ran, right? And so this is where, as Sap, you need to make the adjustment here. You need to quit out of Rhino. Thank you. You need to quit out of Rhino. You need to make the adjustment, and you need to make sure that he doesn't go. See, and it's like, get to the bank right here. 4 enemies and get to the bank. They're probably both going to go to get to the bank right now, is my guess. My guess is they both go to get to the bank. But if Jesse gets lucky, he goes to Rhino.
he absolutely is.
Oh! So here's
You
the
called
difference
it.
in category. So here's the difference in categories ran, right? And by the way, it is on a delay for stream. So even if they were watching stream, see Jesse's smiling because he's listening. Even if they were watching stream, that was all his decision, baby. But he just does the without webs, right? He does the without webs and the comic here.
Yeah, I wonder
And
if he will.
he's back in. He's back in the game. Like, and that's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, pay
This is what
attention
the
here. He's not used webs yet. This is absolutely right.
This is the difference between the categories ran, right? If Sap would know, hey, this is the distance you stay away from the barrels. This is
He
how
needs to just
you.
pick some up though. We speed this up, man. Pick some barrels up. Get them thrown.
No, okay, listen. I don't mind Jesse not picking up barrels here because these two alone, he already has a head start on Sap. These two alone, what other two can you get really quickly besides elevator descent, right? And that's not where. That was a great barrel. That was a great barrel. Oh my God, Jesse just proving why he's my student for real. Taking the full brunt, taking the full brunt because he has the health. Proving why this man is my student, and has been damaging Rhino this entire time. He's gonna wait for the two
barrel.
I think he needs to understand he cannot grab the comic during Rhino's, little thing. So he needs to destroy these two barrels unless he hasn't noticed that there's the get the Rhino comic, right? Which would be kind of scary.
I think surely I think he must be just depleting his health low enough to then finish it off in like basically like a turn.
But he can't grab the comic, right? Like he can't grab the comic. See,
Rhino's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, Rhino is gonna kill himself. Now, if he hits a generator, that's fine. He'll still fry.
There it is.
Get it.
Yeah, he'll still fry.
Okay, he's got it.
Boom, there's the comic.
And now it's all up.
Wow.
Now it is all up to the last two, which is get comic and sewer plant and get comic and elevator descent.
So which one are they gonna do? Are they gonna go
get
for
the Peter Parker suit? This is I would be going for the Peter Parker suit right now. Right now would be Sap Peter Parker suit, and this should be.
Oh, and he's going the slow way. He doesn't know.
Oh, he's going the slow way. As Jesse, right now, you go and you do Fetty Fall, right? Or
no, he doesn't know either though.
You go and do Fetty Fall for the block. Like
he has to block. He has to block. He's
Well,
the only option he has.
Listen, comic and elevator descent is fine. He might be able to get the comic and sewer plant as well. There is
pretty quick.
Yeah, there is a chance here that Jesse actually comes through because Sap is doing all the way for item hunt.
It's then a race to do item hunt, and Sap's already basically at the end now. As long as Sap knows where to go, he's got this.
Okay. Very cool.
That's
Come on, sewer plant, sewer plant.
No, what we need. Yeah, I was about to say what we needed was Jesse doing that.
Wow, that was really close to the end.
That's crazy. All we needed was Jesse going for the block. If Jesse went for the block there, then that was it. That was it. If Jesse went for the block. But, man.
Jesse finished strong. Get that last one. Might as well.
Jesse,
You're
just
here.
Go ahead. Jesse, finish it out. Jesse, finish it out. He's confused because he thinks that there's more tasks because there is not. There is not, sir. You got swamped out.
So close.
But hey,
that was
a
exciting.
good one, though. It was a very good one.
That was really fun.
Jesse decided that it really came down to Jesse flexing the knowledge, right? But Sap just having the skill gap is crazy. So
yeah,
Jesse did flex his knowledge there to catch back up at the end. Man.
Right, well, let's pull him in for an interview. We've got to hear from both of these guys.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Let's see if they come back. We'll get them back in and we'll speak to them because, yeah, we've got to find out.
Pull them in.
I could just pull them in. I feel rude just pulling them in. They might be unprepared.
Nah, just pull them in. Pull them in.
They got love to hear. It's fine. I don't need to pull them in. They know what they're doing.
And it's the crew.
What a crazy thing we've just witnessed. That was honestly,
dude. I know that was a good one. That was a really good one. I was feeling. Damn, that was nerve wracking.
Well, I guess first
Stop
question.
opening up windows.
First question to you then, Saf. You obviously came into this 1-0 down. Jesse did take the first board. What was going through your mind after that first board then? Were you nervous? Were you stressing? How did you then pull it back to take this then 2-1?
I was, thinking like I was kind of beating myself up because, I was like, I was doing really good on the any percent. I just took like a month break, and I was afraid that like I was not de-rusted enough, and was kind of beating myself up. And I was like, nah, lock in. And here we are.
Hey,
Hey,
we get
let's
it.
run it back. Double or nothing.
I was about to say, and now we spin the wheel. But no.
PTSD, PTSD.
Tiniest slice being
uh,
disqualify the match. They have to run the whole thing again.
facts,
Dude,
dude.
did you guys see me get killed by the symbiote right before the fire killed me?
Yes.
We sure
Well,
we sure didn't. Soda
Man,
did.
we sure caught that. Soda did not tell us that that's what happened, and we certainly weren't sitting here confused as to why you were doing Bugle Basement again.
Why I reset? Because I'm a
Yeah.
good sport. That's why.
Yeah.
I could have
That's
just
why
been
we
like,
counted it.
let's see, let's just get, but
Hey, we wouldn't have counted it. Y'all would be running a new board right now. But I do have a question for you, Sap. Being our winner, Jesse, we will trust me. We'll get to you here in a second. But Sap, where so you lost the first board, you won the second board, and that third board, you were probably getting scared the minute that Jesse started closing in on just from being super far behind to all of a sudden being right
yeah.
on your tail. I wanna ask, is there a part of you that's like, hey, it's the game knowledge, right? It's the categories that you haven't run that are killing you in this. Like if
Well,
just for letting people catch up, right?
no, I literally just suck at getting comic on Rhino. That's literally what it was. It's really, I just suck at that. I think that's what it was. I was really struggling getting the comic on Rhino. I have no idea why. And then like I looked over and it was like, oh, Jesse's catching up because I'm restarted on Rhino 7 times. I'm gonna stop doing this. So yeah.
It's not
I
gonna
mean,
make you
smart-
want to try
smart
out any
choice
new
from your
categories
part.
or anything like that.
Honestly, I was enjoying getting all the comics. I think I'm like, oh, the comics aren't as bad as I thought they were. So I think
Maybe
I'm gonna
Not at
go 16 comics.
maybe I was about to say
Oh.
maybe
No,
a
please
16
don't.
comic enjoyer.
Please don't.
Maybe a 16 comic enjoyer by chance.
Oh no, my record, please.
Oh man, but Jesse, close race, close race. I am proud of you. I have called you my student like twice during this run, if not more. But really, how nervous were you on that last board? I know, like
I
I
was
can see the
nervous.
look in your face. I'll just tell you, I saw the look of fear, and then after, for like that short period of time where he just. By the way, you were making the right decisions on all 3 boards. All 3 boards, you were making the right calls, the right
Uh-huh.
decisions, including blocking Sap on that one on the second board. What is
Oh, dude.
were you watching the stream? Because
No, I was
you were making the
listening
right calls.
in. And
There's
the
no
thing
you made the call before I even said anything about Rhino. There's not like you made the call. So there has to be something where you just knew what was going on. And I need to know.
So the Rhino one, I knew I could do it without webs and get the comic. I could first try it. I knew I could do that. What I am pissed about is watch a full FM cinematic.
Yeah, warehouse.
I
Huh?
was when I first read it and I went to the cinematic, I was like, wait, do I have to start a level then watch the cinematic?
No, you do
And
not.
that was just a brain rot idea for me.
Granted,
Jesse, what-
it's not really explained, but go ahead, Chuck.
Jesse, what's the shortest FMV you can watch in the game?
He was
Now
listening
thinking
in.
about it, it was probably after defeating Venom, the first one.
No.
Well, for his route, yes, but no.
Yes. Gotcha. So I
Apparently
was
it's Race to
curious
the
because
Bugle.
apparently it's the beginning cutscene to Race of the Bugle, because you just have Peter Parker calling in, "Hey, I got a Parker shut up, call 911," and then bam, he goes swinging into action. I think that's the shortest one in the entire game. I
Yeah.
had to guess.
We reckon
Oh.
it's we think it's between that and then the start of the Venom 1 fight where he just jumps on his head and that's the end of the cutscene. So it's between those two. We need to go and time that. We
You
need
also have
an
after
official
Venom 1.
ruling on time on that one.
You have after Venom 1 where they don't say
Yeah.
anything and they jump on a hole. So But yeah, Jesse, good job though, keeping your head on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like making sure that you're not freaking out during these things and kind of just still determining the right path. This is a question for both of you guys if you want to ask, and then I'll let the other commentators ask their questions. But really, the did you guys know, like, were you guys like nervous at all in terms of you didn't read the whole board, so you were kind of kicking yourself whenever there was lines that were definitely drawn out on the board where you had to go back to the same levels that you had already been in? Um, I will start with Sap and then Jesse, you could answer, but like, what was that like really, what were those kick in the pants moments that you felt going through?
Well, it was just like a lot of them were with basement and tunnel crawl. Like, I'd be like, oh, I should have killed all of those enemies on tunnel crawl while I was going for the comic. Or like for basement, I should have, died by the fire after killing the symbiote and getting the comic. That kind of thing. But honestly, I was way too focused on trying to think of what could Jesse do and what do I need to get out of the way so Jesse can't do those things. That was my like strat with that. So I was just trying to make it hard for him, and I just like forgot that there's multiple on multiple levels at times. Just wasn't focusing on that really.
How about you, Jesse?
I completely blinked out on some of them. I know the big one I was kicking myself about was, what was it? Sewer entrance without pressing X, and then I didn't notice like two under, or like I don't know if it was two under or two side, but it said get the comic, and I was like, oh, I could have just walked back.
Yep, that'll get you for sure.
There's other ones where I thought I read a certain level, but it was the level underneath, or some of them I was trying to connect it, like, oh, maybe I could do this to this, but then while I was in the game, I was like, wait, I can't connect that, so I had to back out, and then I realized, wait, I think I could have.
Got you on that one. Commentators, do you have any other questions?
One
for
from
me?
me. We have to talk about, because we haven't really talked about it. We talked about the end of the first one, but the fact that the end of the first board ended on a race to do the don't jump on hard on Underwater Trench was incredible. Like, I know both of you knew the route, and to see we both like struggle through it, and we were all like, "No, I can't believe that it's like really come down to this." And both of you were like dying in certain places. Lasers were just hitting you midair, and it was scuffing you. What was like
Oh my goodness.
for both of you that? What was going through your minds as you got to certain parts of that, and then it just wasn't paying off? Did you start to panic at a certain point? Was there a certain death or mistake that caused like a panic then for that level in particular?
So for me, it's kind of weird. I was thinking like, I wonder what they're saying about this race right now.
Making fun of you.
I was
That's what
like,
we were
because
doing.
I was super nervous. I was like, I hope he's just dying over and over, but I'm also dying over and over. So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But I was more curious of like what your reaction was.
Completely weren't paying attention. We were talking about snack cakes.
True.
If I can jump in here, I just want to
No.
give. Okay.
No,
Oh.
yeah, you got it, Chuck.
Oh, I thought I was
Just-
gonna answer the question.
Oh
about
yeah,
the...
Jesse. Yeah, we're just
no,
gonna-
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah, I was
sorry.
like, Chuck jumps in. He's like, I have a subject to change. Like,
I am
hold
so
on.
sorry. Go ahead.
Honestly, I done Peter Parker challenge so many times, so I knew I was not gonna get this frustrated because I have ran this level so many times. I know Spyron, he did show us before the match start, but once he showed me that little lineup, I instantly knew I could get it easily.
I just think it's cheating that he showed y'all, but that's okay.
No, listen, if I didn't, we may have been there on that first one for much longer. It would have been a
Yeah,
very,
we
very
would have been there
interesting.
forever.
Yeah, it would have been a very, very interesting last tile, that first
Uh-huh.
ball.
We would still be on the third board right now.
The only thing is,
Maybe
I
even
am
the
kicking
second.
myself. I could have first tried it, but I ran off to the wrong edge.
You did.
Mhm. That's true.
All right, Chuck. Now you can cut in.
I am so sorry. But I just wanted to give quick props to Jesse because in that last round with the Venom 1 fight, it was a
Oh, yeah.
it was a really smart move for you to get hit in that second spawn of Venom at just the
was?
right points. Well, you got
I knew it.
you got
I knew it.
I had it. I was
It
afraid of that.
was?
So you got
Hello?
so you got 2 kicks in on Venom, right? And then he swiped you. It looked like you paused and then he swiped you. And then you got another full combo in. So you were able to get more hits in on Venom and not have to wait for him to spawn again. So all you had to do was get one last hit in on that last one. I thought that was an intentional move. Sounds like it wasn't. But either way, that was really interesting to see and something to maybe keep in mind in the future.
Now, see, I'll answer for you, Jesse. I got you. So this is something that me and Jesse worked on beforehand. Which why he knew that going in. He had the extra knowledge going in. I did prep him for it. I was like, hey, make sure if you get Venom 1 without webs to get hit, right? So you could have the 2 combos. Ain't that right, Jesse?
Sounds like cheating.
Sure, sure. But I'll be honest here. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I zoned out or zoned in, but I know I was clicking the combo and it didn't register.
It might have just dropped. That can happen.
It's PlayStation for you.
Yeah, usually it happens on Doc Ock fight, but it can
Speaking
happen
of-
on Venom 1.
Speaking of, Spyron did bring this up before you guys came in here, but that Doc Ock comic, fellas? For both of you, the Doc Ock
Yes.
comic, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave up on that one because I was afraid of I was gonna be stuck there the whole time.
You
I think it was
were.
a smart move. It was a smart move to stop doing it.
It did win you the board and win you the set. So congratulations to Sap. Spyron, you're the host for this one, so you do whatever you want from here. I have no more questions. So.
Sure. Well, I guess just final thoughts from you both then. I guess, Sap, you are advancing through to face the winner of myself or Fetty in our race next week. And Jesse, you are awaiting the loser of...
Don't say
which one?
loser. Don't
Sorry,
say loser.
you're
I'm
awaiting-
participating. I'm
You're
participating.
Yeah, sorry, you're waiting.
I'm getting the participation award.
Apologies, you are correct. So you are waiting for the runner-up of our match of me and Fetty. So
Don't say
you
runner-up.
both... What do I say then? What do I do?
Don't say runner-up.
There's some favoritism
Say-
here.
Yeah, I know,
wait.
right?
Zap is-
Dude thinks he's the GOAT. It's crazy.
My point is, any final thoughts on the future now of this tournament for you, and what are you looking forward to coming up next? And is there any tasks as well that you're hoping are coming up in your next couple of boards?
I am scared to go up against Fetty. 1. I am
Hey.
scared to go up against Byron. That's 2. 3. Do you have a bleep button just in case if I cuss?
Do we have a
I
bleep button?
I don't have.
We'll
one
edit it in
prepared, but you
post.
could-
We'll edit it in post, dude. We'll edit it in post. I'll make sure that Spyron has to go through and edit it. I got you.
All right, cool. So either way, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? In every single tournament, I'm always up against you or
No,
her Fetty.
You're always up against me, Jesse.
That's not true.
Yeah.
You were just up against me.
All along.
No,
Yeah.
no. Oh, so this is prior before this tournament.
Well,
I'm
that doesn't
talking
count.
about-
You just did
Look,
one.
he's talking about I'm gonna lose to Spyron, and then it's gonna be me and Jesse within the first couple.
I
rounds,
won't count on that. Listen,
Yeah.
bingo is not my strong suit. I am not sure about this one.
Who has the lowest amount of time?
Nilo has the lowest time currently, and then me.
Who has the
Ooh.
But
and then who?
and then who was next? And then it's you. Is it you then?
It
I
is
think.
me.
Yeah.
It is me. It was me all
So
along.
the
Austin.
thing, yeah, my problem is when it comes to facing other people is I get super like flustered a lot looking for the lines, and I take too long, I think, trying to figure it out, and it scuffs me a lot. So I wouldn't count on me making it through like just on like skill alone. It's not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna happen. That's all I'm
Zap, are
saying.
you worried about? Are you worried about anything for your who you're facing next, as well?
You know, to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to win this one.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So I'm just
I
here
told
for
you
fun.
what's gonna happen, Sap.
I'm here for funsies, so I think I'm gonna have fun regardless. I look forward to maybe beating Fetty or Spyron. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to beat a vet. That'd be pretty dope.
A vet. Damn.
Yeah, I know we're
vet.
old. That's
Well,
crazy.
they been running for 2 years. You got 1 year.
Technically, Spyro's been here since 2018.
For more than 2 years.
Deep cut there. Deep cut.
Yeah, that's a
Dude,
deep
deep unk status from the both of you guys.
Yeah. I want to beat the unks of the community.
Oh man, then we'll call in Bonesaw for you, Sap.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, don't do that.
We'll make sure Bonesaws here.
Wait.
But yeah, Spyron. Well, hey, it's gonna be fun to face you on the next match. But host things.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. This was a thrilling match, a thrilling conclusion to the evening, at the night for me, because it's 1 a.m. now, so very exciting to go to bed. We'll be back, I believe, next week, because I think myself and Fetty are doing our match on Tuesday. So come back on Tuesday. We come back on Tuesday.
I thought it was going to be 2 days from now.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's
It's
Sunday
Sunday.
today.
Oh, I'm thinking work weeks. My bad. I'm still in work mode.
I see.
Yeah,
I was like, this
already
is the
thought of work
week.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm like, what is he talking about next week?
I see.
You
Right
guys are
now.
going to go up against each other in 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Yes, 2 days. Okay, 2 days. We'll be back on Tuesday, and it'll be myself versus Fetty to find out who will advance, who will go into the lower bracket and face off against Jesse, and who will advance to face
Lower
Sam.
bracket.
Listen, I could have called it the losers bracket. I didn't intentionally because I knew
You could just say I get second place on the board. You know, you could say that.
Guys, I'm very excited to wrap this.
It's called the
stream up now.
participation bracket. Let's
Thank you
get
so
that
much,
straight. It's not the
everyone,
losers
for
bracket.
tuning in.
You're just gonna ignore me?
Bye.
Hello? It's the participation bracket. I'm in the participation bracket, not the losers bracket. Be there. Be square.